Okay, hello and welcome back to another Filmageddon Vodcast here with me, the Quizmaster, Frank Soldato, and him, one of my favorite quizlings, Mr. Adam Grundy. How is it going today, Adam?
It's fine. That'll do. We'll leave it at that. It's fine. How are you, Frank?
I'm all right. I mean, I imagine I'm a bit more well-rested than you because you stayed up for the quiz, the trooper that you are. And it was very late when it finished, so I have to say thank you again for doing so. We always appreciate you in the chat. You're one of the vocal ones there, keeping things in line and helping out you, and as of course Blair and Luke as well, who aren't here with us right now. But thank you guys, and it's I'm riding that post quiz high as always. It seems like every Thursday now.
Well, yeah, it's an addiction at this point, and there's no weaning off. And for me, like I stayed up, it's about 4 a.m. by the time I got in bed. And but you know what? As we'll discover, there's actually a lot of it's a worldwide quiz. Is Filmageddon? It's a worldwide property. We're not just relegated to a pub or something in London. No, we're international, and a lot of people from a lot of places played. So. Yeah, looking forward to seeing where they came from.
Well, I mean, we had a lot of teams. I mean, hopefully you guys. I'm assuming most of you are tuning in right now to see who won, so we're not going to keep you waiting too long. Let's get up some of the stats real quick here. I got to find where I'm going. You'd think I'd know what I'm doing by now with this. I've been doing it long enough. Here we go. The Rewind Film Quiz number 2, ladies and gentlemen. It was our third. I know, like, the numbering and the naming is a bit weird because. It's the third quiz we've done. Yeah, it's Rewind Quiz number 2 because the other one was a live lockdown quiz, and then just wait until the second live lockdown quiz. That's really gonna mess with people's heads.
Yeah, we need to go into Roman numerals. That's the only way. People, I mean, we're gonna alienate a lot of people. I learned a few years ago that, like, I think Roman numerals, like, a lot of people don't really get them. That's something I've learned.
Well,
I'll tell you about this if you join the Patreon or OnlyFans. Where you'll get nuggets like this, but with feet.
That's the one thing we haven't started yet as a Patreon. Who knows, one day, right? You never say never. I never thought we'd be streaming on Twitch as much as we are, but here we are, streaming on Twitch. And as I did say, I said it yesterday during the quiz, if you don't have a Twitch account, start it. It's free. It's easy. It's just another thing that you give your email to, and it means you can get involved in the Twitch chat, which means... people like me and Adam can talk to you. You can directly chat with us during the quiz. If you got questions, you can bring them up there. Because I know sometimes, last night, for instance, we were getting comments on sort of Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. And really, it's the Twitch is the only thing that we can sort of look at during the quiz because it is, it's so hectic when a quiz is going on that we have to, that's the only place we can really focus.
Yeah.
So get an account, follow us. That's always nice as well. And who knows? Maybe you can chat with us more in the next quiz. But anyway, back to Rewind Quiz number 2. How many teams took part? Well, 126 teams, which is nuts. Again, I mean, we thought these Rewind quizzes were going to be sort of smaller affairs, and just we've basically nearly doubled the amount of teams from the first Rewind quiz to the second Rewind quiz. So that's amazing, and I'd love it if it just keeps happening because we want these things to reach as many people as possible. Out of that 126 teams, 424 players, according to the Google Forms and the answers you guys gave in.
According to counting down all of the numbers.
1, 2, 3, 7.
Assuming.
Yeah. And then, but out of them all, there can only be one winner. And I thought, right, the more quizzes we do, the higher chance we're going to get a new winner. But, everybody, there is, let me go back on myself here. This is the problem with doing something live. You have to go back on yourself. You can't just edit.
Oh, my God.
You can't edit your stupidness out. So, I thought we might get a repeat winner eventually, but it hasn't happened yet. We actually have a new winner. So, let's do a drum roll. The winner is, for Rewind Quiz number 2, Tequila Mockingbird. Wah, 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 wah.
I'm clapping tonight for them.
I'm
Tequila
screaming.
Mockingbird, get my clap.
Yeah, guys, congratulations to Tequila Mockingbird. It was another close quiz, but Tequila Mockingbird did pull away pretty far in the end. Let's bring up the crazy spreadsheet with all the answers and stuff again. As you can see, and remember, all the green are correct answers. Those are all the teams. So many of you guys. Lots of green. And I should point out right now, there was a bit of confusion, mostly on my part, about the film No Country for Old Men. We had it set in the wrong year. And I made the quiz, I think that round came from 2015 or 2016 or something. And obviously when I made it incorrectly. And I'm pretty sure when everybody started mentioning that it was wrong, I got like Vietnam flashbacks about people doing the same thing at the Prince Charles Cinema. So Definitely. What we did is we gave everybody a point for the years 2016, 2017, and 2018, regardless of what you put. It was the sort of only fair thing to do. But luckily, it doesn't really have any effect on the winner because the winners did pull away pretty easily here. You can see Tequila Mockingbird won by 5 points here, coming up just over Victorial in second place with 48. And the first quiz's winner, Some Like It Hot, making a climb again with 46 points. So a lot of good scores. Remember, these quizzes are only out of 60 points. So Tequila Mockingbird only missed out on 7 answers. Victorial 12, 14 for Some Like It Hot. And then, we're seeing a lot of names that we've seen before. Of course, Stay at Home, Protect the NHS. I don't want to read it all again. I just lose my voice a bit. Some good fun names we had pop up. We had the Prince Andrew Cinema. I don't think I'd be going there.
They do it. If they're doing a kids club, we've got to just leave it.
Bend It Like Bechtel. That's a nice one.
I like that one.
I like its class. The Shrekfist Club. They know where we lie, our allegiances.
Yeah.
I quite liked Swayze's Babies because when I was in college many moons ago, my pub trivia team name was Crazy for Swayze, and I actually had a shirt that said Crazy for Swayze on it. So that. Wow.
And does it still exist, or is it turned to dust?
Exists, but I do tend to wear my shirts to dust. I mean, you probably can't see it. The sleeves on this shirt have been re-sewn about 1 million times. You can see my arm through this hoodie. This hoodie is...
Oh my god, that is weathered, dude.
You could see flesh. See my elbow through there.
Oh Jesus! It's becoming a second skin. It's just blending into you. One day you're going to be like the haunted mask. Like, I can't take it off. Carly Theft.
Well, one of the worst moments of my life was when I lost my original Indians cap, which I had for about 15 years, and now I've replaced it with this one, which I've probably had for about 5 years now. But we'll get it to that point where that other one was, because that other one was disgusting, and I took pride in it being so disgusting.
Yeah, you can wash them. But this is the only reason we're doing this quiz now is that Frank is going to invest in some detergent, and he's just going to go all out one day, just give everything a wash. It's just one wash, just and then one. That's it.
Every coffee you buy us brings us closer to that day. Let's take a look again. Some of the other teams. Big Trouble in Wuhan, China. I see what's going on there. Yeah.
It's not.
Chris Benoit's enclosed pool area. Ooh,
that's Yeah. He did some awful stuff.
He did indeed. We will post the full answer, or not the full answers. We'll post the full standings over on our Twitter, which again, as you see below, is at Filmageddon Quiz. But a lot of good teams. Again, so many people turned out. So many teams, high scores as always. It's nice to not... I thought when we started these, especially with the amount of teams, we'd have like ties at the top and all this sort of stuff. But, touch wood, there's been a individual winner each time. We've not had to break any ties anyways. I mean, what would you make of the quiz last night? Did you enjoy it, Adam? As a spectator? Tell me, you can tell the truth to me. You don't have to sugarcoat this.
Oh, I loved every second of it. Oh. Every second of it was a dream. No, it was good. Good laugh. It's very interesting going through everyone's answers and stuff last night. And you definitely notice a pattern of like certain answers are just, they'll just all blitz through. So there's a bit like Looper was an answer, and it like pretty much everyone got it. There was a few people who, left a gap. Some people, someone put Bruce Willis.
Which is,
Could be
sort
that.
of right in a way, but in another way, it's
Yeah.
definitely wrong.
But yeah, no, there's some of the questions on there. I don't think we've had. I don't know if we had last night one where everyone got it wrong. Maybe one person got it, like one team got
I
it right.
think the closest that I saw. Oh no, we did have one where nobody got it right,
Oh yeah,
which was nobody got Tommy Boy right in the
but
soundtrack rounds.
they put it. Someone had put it because I remember this because I was like, nah. Someone has to have got this right because I've seen Tommy Boy and I went back and they put it as an answer for something else like previous. And sometimes when we get it, like we know it can be a bit confusing. So like sometimes people, you can tell that they've answered everything, but just like
slid it
answer
over
like
one or something like that.
So we usually just correct it, and it's we were very fair. But yeah, I went through and I was like, no, they can't have like put Tommy Boy as 1 and it should have been 7 or something. So no, that's I think it's that and the Simpsons question from the first lockdown one. Who knows? And who cares? Who cares at this point? Things have happened since. No one cares.
I think one of the other ones that when I was grading some of the papers, I noticed that I think only like 3 teams got right was from the original superheroes round was Blank Man. And I could have sworn like Blank Man, maybe it's because in America it was more well known, but more people got The Specials, which is a film I never heard of at the time and I still never even seen. And and Blank Man, I think 10 people maybe got The Specials right, and Blank Man had like 3. So it's funny how you see the gaps in knowledge that you think like I could see people get one thing mostly right that if somebody put the question to me, I'd be like, no, that's wrong. I wouldn't be able to get it. But because I made the quiz, that's the only reason I know it. So it's interesting. I mean, someone for all the 90s soundtracks did put Ready to Rumble, which is, points in our book, really, for that one.
Exactly. It's up there. There was another one of someone, I can't remember what it was. Someone had just put the same answer, like, for loads of things. And I was like, why would you even put this?
I think it was in the comedy round as well. They put Saved by the Bell for a few.
Saved by the Bell, that was the one. I was like, that's not even a myth.
Saved by the Bell, Saved by the Bell, Saved by the Bell. Although they then randomly put You've Got Mail, which the team below it also put You Got Mail for the same one.
I didn't even know. I marked this one. I didn't even notice. And also, it's interesting when there's like certain films, like when it was Mrs. Doubtfire, a lot of people put Hook, and I was like, no, wait, John Williams didn't do Mrs. Doubtfire, did he?
You know what? That's a question for another quiz.
He did. I'm trying to. But isn't it interesting that like some certain films starring certain people, they were just guessing, they were close but no cigar. It's interesting how people's minds work with this, and especially when it's like 90s or comedies and stuff. A lot of them sound similar, especially when you go for a certain time period and it's comedy, like American Pie and those kind of like teen movies and stuff all have the same kind of soundtrack. Like I'm sure all of them could just have Wheatus and you could just play like, every answer would be Wheatus one day. Maybe next week. We'll see.
I'll think about that when I'm making the quiz. Should we go over some of our favorite answers, ones that stood out to us? Now, do you have a spreadsheet in front of you, or are we going to work off of this one?
I listen. I've got a spreadsheet here. I can see.
Well, let's go through a couple here. I mean, right off the bat, someone I think they wanted to put Donnie Darko. Obviously, Donnie Darko would have been incorrect anyway, but they did put Donnie Drake, which is sounds like a cool movie. Donnie Drake sounds like a kid's spy movie, almost like Agent Cody Banks.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Which somebody didn't know the name of, so instead they just named it the Frankie Muniz film, which again is right from a certain point of view.
There's the Frankie Muniz film, and then I think someone had also put like Malcolm in the Middle kicks ass. It's like, okay. I don't know if someone from the actual like 90s character was filling out the quiz. Yeah, I think a lot of people forgot about Agent Cody Banks, but I think more people remembered it than I gave him credit for.
I thought that one would have been rough to get. I mean, a few people did think Lord of War was called God of War, which is pretty...
like the game? What are you doing?
And someone else for Cody Banks put Kid Agent, which is
Kid
Agent's
Agent.
good.
That's like working title. Just working Kid Agent.
It's the Frankie Muniz project. It's called Kid Agent. Don't worry, we're workshopping other titles for that. What's the character's name?
Yeah.
Cody Banks. He's sort of an agent. All right, we'll think about it. We'll find it.
James Bond, Cody Banks. It's like, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Just get it to print. Get this Oscar bait to print, because that's what it was. Agent Cody Banks was just Oscar bait at the time, like the way Sonic is now. Just Oscar bait.
And just like Sonic, it got a sequel. So. Right.
True.
Let's go on to the teaser trailer round. That was a fun one. I always like the occasional, because obviously, right, there's always going to be a soundtrack. With Filmageddon, you're always going to get a soundtrack round. You're probably always going to get an obscured round. Safe bet that you're going to get a film quotes round, although we are running out of film quotes. But occasionally, we get to rethink the formula a bit, and I think the teaser trailer round was one of my favorites, and it was one of the first ones we did, because I used to love teaser trailers back in the day. Like, these kind of teaser trailers where you actually didn't know what the hell you were watching until the very end.
Yeah. The Godzilla one, like...
Oh, the Godzilla one.
I'd seen a lot of people put, like, Jurassic Park or something, and then I think someone even guessed, like I did. I thought it was, like, the X-Men or X-Men 2 or something, you know, and it's, like... It starts off and they're doing like in the X-Men 2 and they're going around like the White House, and like fucking Alan Cummings there doing his jumping, but like
which
I
is
thought when that started,
jumping.
I was like, just jump. It's like, hi, nah, I'm just really good though. Yeah, I thought that like when I started out, I was like, is this X-Men 2's like teaser trailer? Oh my god. Okay, the foot through the fucking ceiling kind of gives it away.
Although you say that, a couple of people did put. I think The Lost World or one of the Jurassic Park films is like, those T-Rex have gotten pretty big. Although
how big?
That would have been pretty fun. Like, how do you back in the day, right? If you're thinking there's a Lost World coming out, they're making a sequel to Jurassic Park. How are they going to one up themselves? The T-Rex was the best thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, because the foot didn't look like Godzilla's. This is what Godzilla's foot looks like, Adam. There it is. That didn't look anything like it.
Maybe.
Imagine him going.
Well, I think it's they didn't take this approach with Shin Godzilla. I've noticed they didn't go that route of teaser trailers, and probably for the best.
Some people though, let's see. I mean, Transformers. A lot of people got that, although some people did mix up which Transformers they were. A lot of them put Dark of the Moon, which would make sense because that took place, I think, on the moon. Actually, I think the teaser trailer was meant to be a Mars rover, not a moon rover. So. Tricky. War of the Worlds, we had somebody put Signs. A couple of people put Independence Day. Doctor Who was a good one. What?
Not even a film. It's a film quiz.
I'm surprised there's not a Doctor Who movie yet, if I'm honest, with how big it's gotten in pop culture worldwide. Although it's died out a bit now, hasn't it?
I have no idea.
You love Doctor
Who.
So Godzilla, yeah, we had Jurassic Park 3, The Dark Knight, which I think is funny. Tremors. None of those things had feet in Tremors. Night at the Museum. A couple of people put Night at there's at least 5 of them that is Night at the Museum.
Doesn't make any sense. Like, just as a film. I mean, it's as much sense as it being X-Men 2, especially when the foot comes in. Like, whoa, fucking hell, Alan Cummings massive.
God, the Scooby-Doo one, which I did correctly predict during the quiz, a few people would write Batman movies, because it is tricky, and that's exactly what the teaser trailer's trying to do. So Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, somebody put Marmaduke.
God bless you. God bless you. The fact that you probably watched Marmaduke in order to do that, and you are one of 7 of us who submitted themselves to the Duke. Yeah. The only Duke I'll be clapping for, but his mama.
The Mama Duke.
Mama Duke. He's got a hat on, and he's like, but he's just this stupid fucking knockoff Scooby-Doo, whatever he is.
It could be a sequel to the Baba Duke, the Mama.
Exactly.
The Mama Duke.
I thought that's what you were implying.
I thought I was implying like a mother who was a Duke.
No, that would be. Yeah, that would be Mama. That would be Mama Duke. There's Mama Duke, who's a dog, and then the Mama Duke, which is the Baba Duke, but it's just him in the hat.
I would love to see this movie. Let's go Cinderella. Most people got Cinderella. A couple of people put Cinderella Story, which is a Hilary Duff movie. And I don't think she's in the Disney remake of Cinderella. The Omen. Most people knew The Omen, although someone did just write Creepy Kid on Swing, which is
not wrong.
Not wrong. No, we've said it before. Not wrong at all. Pet Cemetery, also an interesting guess. The Sixth Sense. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty old looking, that footage, but there we go. Spider-Man, a lot of people seem to remember that trailer. Somebody put Reservoir Dogs 2 with the subtitle Step Up 5.
Step Up 5? Is that like a meeting of like the Step Up series and Reservoir Dogs?
This is where the Reservoir Dogs series should have went. I mean, who wouldn't love to see Quentin Tarantino write a Step Up movie, which takes place in the Reservoir Dogs universe?
Exactly. Are you going to dance all day, doggy? Or are you going to fight?
And all of the music would be written by Michael Madsen, because the guy is a wordsmith.
He is. He's a poet. Apparently, Michael Madsen was once found unconscious on his couch for 7 hours.
Wow. Was that? So do you remember when he was on Celebrity Big Brother?
Of course I do.
It was an amazing time to be alive.
Yeah, it was one of those things you're like, oh, what? Why him? And then you're like, oh, I get to watch it.
Watch it all unfold. And that was when we lived in, me and Luke lived in East London, and I think that was around the time that we all first met.
Yeah, I was staying on a couch and you didn't even remember.
Nope. Yeah, just living on my couch. Not my couch. It was everyone's couch. Collective couch. What are we going? We're going to next. We're going to the picture round, which was I thought the picture round was tough, and like we were saying during the quiz, we'll probably maybe give you guys some more time for the picture rounds in the future, because 3 minutes to go over 10 images seems like a long time. I thought the first one was really tough, and congratulations to all you guys that did get Terminator Salvation with Terry Crews, because I certainly couldn't remember that he was in that movie. Apparently he got really pissed with who directed that? Was it Bryan Singer or Mick G? One of those creeps basically directed it. Basically cut out. Terry Crews had a much bigger role. I think it was Mick G. Terry Crews had a much bigger role as like a resistance fighter, and then when he went to see the film on opening weekend, his cameo was a dead body on the war zone.
It's so weird. Like, I watched that LA Originals that's on Netflix, and there's a bit where one of the people who it follows was the director of a Blink-182 music video. I think it's Down, and they had Terry Crews, and he's like, "Yeah, I was the cop. It was a really fun time." And I was like, "Holy shit, Terry Crews was the cop? What the hell? Like, how have I? I guess like since I just didn't recognize him, and I guess when it came out, I didn't really think much about it. It was just like a just some job an actor.
Yeah,
but yeah."
And now he's America's sweetheart, Terry Crews.
He is. Well, very large.
The world's sweetheart. He is. It's upsettingly large sometimes. It's like when you look at The Rock and you're like, he's too big. The person shouldn't be that big. Especially when you see old videos of him, you're like, he was like 30 then. That was like a normal strong guy size, and what he is now is he's kind of a freak and scary.
Who knows what's in the water apart from steroids?
All right, next we had what was the number 2? Number 2 was Red Scorpion. That's a pretty obscure one for all you Dolph Lundgren fans. So good job getting that. A lot of people put Universal Soldier, which is obviously a good guess. Red Dawn, Red Heat, lots of reds because obviously Russia, Then we had Jet Li in the one. Oh my God, I've went crazy. I've lost it.
This was pissing me off earlier this morning doing this fucking. My computer's like, come on, please work.
It's oh my God, the amount of times when we're doing this, we'll have to do like a documentary about just grading the quizzes someday, because you start to like control click, you get a bit too cocky and you start over clicking, and then all of a sudden you accidentally right click or click off, you lose all that work. There's a lot of answers to grade. It takes a bit. So we had the one. A lot of people got that one. Obviously, the one was on there twice. We're tricky like that because Jason Statham was in the one. Obviously, a lot of people got Hercules in New York, which is actually quite surprising. A lot of people realized that they were all in the Expendables. Although someone, a lot of people also put Expendables 2, Expendables 3. So it is pretty I think there's a lot of crossover with that cast, but a few of them only appear in that first one. I did like this when the question was, what do they all have in common? They all have penises, and that is sadly true there.
Yeah, I guess so. This was before I kind of, the series looked in on itself and was like, yeah, it's a load of just old fellas here. But they did all, I believe they all have penises. There's another one there, which was the Dispendables.
Oh, I like
And
that.
we ask people not to cheat with this quiz, and there's no way for us to police it. That conversation is between you and Jesus Christ. We have no idea if you're cheating or not, right? A lot of people seem to be getting a lot of questions right. But if I was thinking it's the Expendables, would I have looked it up and gone, no, it's not Dispendables? I admire the honesty in putting Dispendables, because it means you didn't fucking cheat.
It's true.
So bravo to whoever the fuck you are.
Trying to think, did they? I mean, I watched the first Expendables when it came out to cinemas, but I didn't. I think maybe I watched the second one on TV, and I never watched the third one. I assume they added some female action heroes at some point, and I know it's sad because there was a rumor they were going to make it's sad they have to sort of phrase it this way, but a female version of the Expendables, and it was going to have all these sort of kick-ass 80s female action stars, and it's sad that never happened, and I forget why. Because you would have had Linda Carter, Sigourney Weaver, Linda Hamilton, a couple of the new crop, your Carla Gore, I can't, what's her last name? She's in The Mandalorian. And the rest. You
should have got Lucy Lawless.
Lawless would be.
That would have been a good one.
Lucy Lawless was great in when she appeared on Curb Your Enthusiasm in one of the seasons, and in other things. She's great.
Another thing.
Did you ever watch Ash vs. the Evil Dead? She's in that. Good stuff.
No, I watched a series where she plays a ex-cop who is now a home baker, and she is every week is given a case where she has to join in, but she's a baker. So she can't actually join. It's basically a little bit, it's like every other fucking procedural shit.
But she's a baker.
But she makes bread, and she has a cat.
And she's a cop.
She was a cop.
Okay. But they bring her back in, or is she just stumbling upon these cases?
Every week, she's dragged back in.
Isn't there show, isn't there not a show here in the UK with a big fat man that's like the same thing? He's like a chef, but he's solving crimes.
Oh, Pie in the Sky, yeah. Fucking hell, how'd you know that?
Because it's the dad from Harry Potter, isn't it?
It is. Me and Luke had to watch that for money at some point, and we're probably the youngest people to have ever watched Pie in the Sky. And now that you've said you've seen it, we're still the youngest people to have watched it. Yeah, it's awful, and it's like the first episode is like, what's the guy's name? What's the guy's name?
Dursley. I don't know.
Whatever. Fucking. Anyway, big boy.
He's a big man, yeah.
A big fat bastard he was. No, the big fella. And then I think the first season is the first episode. He's chasing somebody, and he's gassed. He's absolutely gassed.
Of course, he's gassed.
They make a point of being like, "You're gonna have to retire." I think that our friend and director Kyle, who shot the promo for us, and you saw his trailer a few weeks ago when we did our live lockdown. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that fucking the pie shop that guy ran, the setting for it is somewhere near where he lives. I know. I'm sure when you brought this up, you didn't think we'd be talking about it so much. But no. I've got a lot, and I'm not on the contract anymore. I can say it. Dog shit.
It doesn't look good. It didn't look good if I'm honest. Right, let's move on now then. Let's take a look at the fictional heroes, the original heroes round. The first one was Chronicle. That one was pretty obvious. A lot of people got it right, but a lot of people also got it wrong. Someone put the Hulk, which is, I guess it's not a bad guess, but he's not an original creation.
It's not a bad... Yeah, true. It's not a bad guess, but it's also Jackass was a guess. That was funny because it's but you could see how it was. It was that baseball scene, I think, didn't we do from the Chronicle? That could be from Jackass, or even I think someone guessed one of the Twilight films. It could have been from that. But to just guess Hulk, I'm what scene in Hulk are you thinking of with in backyard baseball?
Somebody just put Pitcher, which sounds like a pretty fun movie about a baseball player. Happy Gilmore slipped in there. Maybe they thought we were still on the 90s comedies, so that's good. Toxic Avenger. Some people got this. A couple people. I mean, we got Orgasmo in there. I should have included Orgasmo in that round. That would have been good. You had Spaceballs, which, yeah, they are original heroes. I wouldn't say superheroes, but, you know. Another Orgasmo, The Crow, Mystery Men. I mean, Mystery Men I wanted to include, but that was based on a pre-existing comic. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, yeah, some good ones. Then we go to Unbreakable, which a lot of people got. Except for the people that wrote Kick-Ass. Somebody wrote Flubber.
Why? I don't remember anything about that clip that was like, Flubber, of course.
Do you remember when Robin Williams is bench pressing? And that little flying yellow robot, he's asking, how much weight's on it? All of it, sir. And then the little green Flubber's there.
I hate Flubber at the person. Well, not the person, the creature. I hate him or her. I don't know why I'm assigning it as him. It's goop.
It's sentient goop, yeah.
I hate goop. I hate the goop creature. But I like the film Flubber.
You know what? I need to revisit Flubber. I think I watched it on VHS when it came out back in the day, so... Is Flubber something that we could get a gritty, dark reboot of, like, 20 years after the fact? Like, obviously Robin Williams, R.I.P., but his son, maybe his son takes over the mantle and he finds the Flubber hidden under the house, and the Flubber has spent so long on its own, hidden away from society, that now the Flubber has become the villain. And instead of green, he's gone, like, a pale white, almost.
Oh!
And then the son has to create a new, better Flubber to take on the sort of evil, older Flubber.
Okay, and that Flubber is voiced by Kumail Nanjiani.
The bad one or the good one?
Take your pick. Oh, the good one.
Yeah.
And then it's revealed that the new one that he created, which he thought was the good one, but the old Flubber was just protecting a bit of treasure, and it's kind of like a Casper situation where he opens up and it's just memories from his father, and it's like Flubber was protecting them this whole time. He wasn't evil. The evil one is the new Flubber, voiced by Kumail.
Yes.
You know, because just he likes a voice.
Loves a voice.
There you go. It writes itself. It shouldn't, but it will. Flubber 2.
I mean, so we've got Gremlins 3 in development. We've got Blue Jasmine, and now we've got Flubber 2.
Keep these close. Don't broadcast this anywhere.
All right, we're gonna have to mute ourselves. Let's move on. What was it? Darkman. Decent amount of people got Darkman, so that was cool. A decent amount of people got Super, except for someone who put Super 8. They were so close, Adam. They put Super 8, and in brackets they also put Ellen Page and Rainn Wilson, and they're both in it. They just put the 8 there.
It's frustrating because you feel like. When we were doing the quiz and like Iris was next to me and like the answers came up and she's like, Super, what the hell was that? Oh yeah. So it's one of those films that for some reason lots of people seem to have watched it, even though no one would go like, pick your top 10 films. No one's gonna be like, Super. It was so good.
I don't think I really don't want to meet anybody whose Super's in their top 10. It's fine. It's all right, but I think it speaks to a certain kind of individual as well. Somebody, for a couple of answers here, just put Birdman for 4 answers, which you're after my own heart, and I thank you. Any mention of Birdman in here is great, but I do think as well this round came from 2016, so Birdman came out in 2017? Maybe it was 16. I forget what year. This is why I have to do a lot of research when I make these quizzes. Trust all this knowledge is not in here. Far from it. Even when I do research them, I get them wrong, as we learned yesterday. What else? Blank Man was one that not a lot of people got, although somebody did put Blank Man for an answer earlier, which really hurt to mark it wrong because I think they put Blank Man for Chronicle.
Oh dear.
The Incredibles. Lots of people got The Incredibles. Hancock. A lot of people remember Hancock. Why? Why do we remember Hancock so favorably? I mean, do people like Hancock?
I don't know. I think it's just because it was like for Will Smith, it was kind of a unique thing, and like had a little bit of a dip, and then he was back. I don't know. I think a lot of people watched Hancock. Surprisingly,
I think it made a lot of money.
Yeah, it goes to live on like ITV 9
Yeah.
for the rest of its life and stuff. So people are going to watch it.
Somebody,
You
instead of
know,
Hancock, just put, I just recognize the Sanford and Son theme.
it did throw me a little bit when it plays. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What is like? Why is this here?
Someone else just guessed Super Pimp. which is another film that we should all collectively get together and write, because that sounds like a Black Dynamite type film, like
it does.
exploitation to the upteenth degree. I'm down. I like some exploitation films.
It would be sort of like a take of like Superman, but like instead of coming to Earth and he's like this like guy is wrapped, this alien is wrapped in like a fur coat instead of the cape, and he's just brought to Earth and stuff. I sound like I'm pissed. I'm just.
When's that alcohol ban lift over in Thailand?
Not lifted. It's not lifted anymore. Back to another month of this.
Well, let's move on. Lastly, of course, to one of our favorite rounds here, which is the old film quotes round, and we did Pixar film quotes here. I'm gonna be honest. You forget how. What's the definition of a famous film quote? Like, we've had to stretch for a few of them, but there are a lot of memorable film quotes from Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Obviously, here at the start, we had Toy Story 3, where the line is, I'm a married spud, I'm a married spud, I'm a married spud. If you put I'm a married spud once, we gave you the points. As long as, if you had spud in there, a lot of people put
that's all, folks.
I'm a married potato. A lot of people put it's close, but it's not right. Some people just wrote I'm married. That again, those are some of the words. But what if Mr. Potato said Mr. Potato Head
Mr. Potato said
so
this.
Barbie comes in, hi, I'm tour guide Barbie. And then Mr. Potato Head would say, why did I get married?
Why did I get married?
Yeah, it's like he's regretting his choice. Or, instead of why did I get married, what if he just said, hi, I'm a tour guide Barbie, I love you. And he said, eat dicks.
Okay, that one's obviously, someone didn't know what the fuck it was. But like, why did I get married? Like, you can at least go by the action, what he's doing. Like, it looks like he's repeating
himself. Why did I get
himself.
married? Why did I get married?
Yeah, eat dicks.
Eat dicks. We go on to the next one, which of course was from The Incredibles, with the line being no capes. And obviously, that's a quite famous line. Edna Mode there declares no capes. But, most people got that one. Let's go through some of these answers. No capes, no capes, no capes. Someone just wrote Elastigirl. Okay, yeah. Someone else just put darling. And then
darling's like not far, like it's far off. It's very far off, but it's not, it's a lot, something she would have said.
Yeah. And then somebody else just put that she says dead. Which
dead.
Imagine that film for kids, like, here are all these superheroes. Meta Man, dead. They're all just dead.
It's a character name, really. Just dead.
Just dead. That could have been the superhero.
I'm dead.
Then we go to Finding Nemo, where the sharks, of course, say the famous line, fish are friends, not food. But what if instead of that, they just said, we are vegetarians?
I guess, does that really... There are vegetation in the ocean.
I think they would die.
God, I'm going to stop before
the plankton, the algae.
No, they couldn't, because like algae. Wait, no, not algae. Plankton is like sifted. You have to have those sifting.
You know a lot about plankton randomly.
Do you know what? I'm bullshitting here. I don't know anything about the ocean. Neither do we all, and that's where the aliens come from.
Have you been drinking? Okay.
Delirious.
Well, obviously, then we go to Toy Story 1, where the line was, this isn't flying, it's falling with style. There were a lot of different variants of this, so we were a bit lenient on what was going on here. Obviously, a couple of people put To Infinity and Beyond, which is a line from the movie, a famous line, but we have to be a bit tricky. But someone just put, and I think they meant to put this where the Finding Nemo quote was, but I'm going to read it anyway. I will not eat my friend.
It fits so well. Buzz Lightyear would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?"
Buzz, you're flying. I will not eat my friend.
It's like, have you learned nothing? We don't eat. We're toys.
Then we're going over to Wall-E, where the captain says, I don't want to survive, I want to live. And it's Jeff Garlin, so you have to imagine it in his, I don't want to survive. I can't do a Jeff Garlin. But instead of, I don't want to die, I want to live, what if he just said, or we're going to die? So
that's less poetic.
And then, again, I think there's a bit of confusion here. Most of the time we would give the points here, but this is so far away. What if he just said, I'm a married spud?
No, he looks like it.
In that and in real life, so.
Oh.
No, he's actually lost a lot of weight. I watched the newest season of Curb, and well done to him. It helps to obviously be rich and have personal trainers and dietitians. I'd love to be part of that world. Let's move on anyway. Most people got Squirrel for Doug here. That was an easy one. A lot of people got You Are a Toy, although for You Are a Toy, so from Toy Story, you know, this is where he's got to break it to him. You are a toy! Instead of that, what if he just said, you fool! You idiot! It's just a bit more harsh, isn't it?
Yeah. That's one of the films as well. Maybe it just shows the kind of different age groups who play the quiz. Like, there are some people who probably didn't grow up watching Toy Story, and maybe they're a bit older than, just having to sit there and watch Toy Story. So to not know the line, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. But for a lot of people who did get it, it's because it just hammered into their head at this point.
That's the thing. A lot of these, I wouldn't say on most, like, if you look up, like, whatever, the AFI Top 100 film quotes of all time, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a lot of these on there. But because people have grown up watching these Pixar movies so many times, they just slip in there without you knowing a lot of the time. And just seeing the scene starts up and you can almost, I bet you there'd be the people taking the quiz who the scene starts and they write it down like before they even get to the line. They're like, oh, this is just going to be this,
definitely.
this is going to be that. Because that's sort of how my mind works. Like, if I know something, I know it when, like, a clip starts. If I have to, hum and haw about it, chances are I'm just grasping at straws.
Well, we've seen a lot of those answers that are grasping at straws.
Well, I mean, one of them so Monsters, Inc., the line was, we scare because we care. It was their famous line from the advert there. And what if instead of we scare because we care, they said, where is it? It is right here. Hold my dick.
He's the right height.
Yeah, look at, and he's pointing at the viewer. He's asking us, hold his dick.
Oh yeah, it's he's broken the fourth wall. That's beautiful, really. Actually,
Then we go on to Where's My Super Suit? Obviously another one that just slips into your head. But instead of Where's My Super Suit, a couple people put Where's My Suit? We needed that word super in there. But
yeah, it could have been asking for a dinner, like he's going out for food.
And instead of Where's My Super Suit, what if it was, did you pick my suit up from the dry cleaners?
It's so bad.
It's so basic. It's like the first draft of the script when they're like, yeah, we could put something catchier here, right?
Yeah. Just like as a placeholder, I guess. But just I don't know why. At least it's on the same. It's getting towards the answer. It is the first draft.
It's in the ballpark. And then finally, Inside Out. Obviously, I wanna cry every time. It's Take Her to the Moon for Me. But instead of Take Her to the Moon for Me, what if Bing Bong said, I have to go now. My planet needs me.
That's very on the Filmageddon brand as well.
Yes. A couple other ones here is let's see. You'll be fine without me. You'll be all right.
You'll be fine. Bye.
Bye. See ya. There was a couple of ones which is... Oh, wait. Here's a good one. Okay. Instead of Take Her to the Moon, it is... Goodbye, Stranger by Supertramp.
All the Supertramp fans
Which
out there.
I went into a phase not too long ago of listening to that song way too much. I had it on repeat. I was like, it must have popped up in a trailer or something. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Let's just get this on my playlist for now.
No, they don't.
That's my sad life.
I'm got it. Don't examine each other's lives here. Let's just keep it light.
Glass houses is what we say around here.
Yes, exactly.
I think that about wraps it up for tonight. We just want to remind everybody, of course, about all our social media channels. You've got them all down there. But hey, guys, look, Filmageddon's YouTube. We'll upload this vodcast there after the live stream, but we're also going to be posting some new videos there. So stuff beyond the vodcast and the quiz. If you could hit subscribe, that's fantastic. If you hit the bell icon, which is what YouTubers say, even better. We were at 666 followers for a short time. We've got bumped up now to 672. So it was fun to be the disciples of Satan for a bit, but unfortunately we had to grow up, and now we're pushing to 1,000. I don't think anything happens at 1,000, but that'd be cool. 1,000 sounds like a cool number.
1,000 is a cool number, and it's well rounded. Like the characters in Wall-E, who are very well rounded.
They've evolved very. That's what we're all gonna be after lockdown, because no one can really exercise.
Yeah, I'm going downstairs after this to pick up a shitty exercise bike that was the cheapest I could find. I'm just gonna stand on it.
I've been trying to find one, and finding any like halfway decent ones online here in the UK is next to impossible. So if anyone at home who's watching this has any suggestions for finding a relatively affordable exercise bike, let us know. We are also, of course, on Twitter, as you can see here, where we are at Filmageddon Quiz. And hey, we tweet all the latest stuff about the podcast, the vodcast, the quiz, most importantly, I'm sure, for everybody. We share with you when the quiz is going to be. We share the answer sheet, links, all that good stuff. Basically, the Twitter is the place to keep most up to date for us. If you don't follow us already, it doesn't take much. All you got to do is click follow. It's like a button like that or that or that, but do it next to the name Filmageddon, which is good. We also have an Instagram, which is, I think, just Filmageddon, isn't it? Yeah, just Filmageddon. And again, we're posting a lot of stuff there. We post things like the scores for the previous quizzes, so you'll find these up there as well as, keeping people up to date, and people get in touch with us through messaging on there as well, which is always nice. And finally, coffee! Hey, everybody who's bought us a coffee, a million thank yous, and we bow down to you as always. We always say it, nothing's expected. We just put it up there and graciously accept everything that people donate to us. As you can see here, we put our audio-visual upgrade. We're 92% to that goal. We've put some of the money to good use already. Hopefully, you can tell that I sound a bit better because we've got this nice mic now. And then hopefully, future quizzes, it won't be looking up at my chin because we might get like a webcam or something else like that. And we're putting all that money back into Filmageddon to make these live streams and stuff just that much more tolerable, I guess, because you already have to put up with me and Adam. We might as well sound and look good, I guess, right?
I already look good. I don't need any kind of trickery, any technology. It's from what's inside your soul that radiates outwards. Unlike the Hollow Earth, where there's people inside. You know what I'm saying?
I never do. So it's another week in lockdown, another week of beard growth. I don't know how much longer I can take before I shave all of my body hair off, and I do mean all of my body hair.
On stream.
It could be. If that's going to get the clicks. We should remind everybody as well, just before we go, we will be streaming some classic video games based on movies this weekend, and that's probably going to be Saturday 11, 12-ish. We'll let you know the time over on Twitter, something like that. We're actually going to play some good games this time, some games that we can actually progress in, some games that people at home will remember, and jump in, watch along, jump in the chat, tell us what you liked, the games that you liked, maybe we'll play them. It's not anything terribly exciting, but it is a fun little time to... It's exciting. I don't know. I'm bad at selling ourselves, Adam.
I know.
We're very humble.
To the point of stupidity, probably. Yeah.
So look forward to that. Besides that, nothing else to really sell you guys right now, apart from the quiz, of course, next Wednesday. One thing we want to say, oh, wait, you know what? I'm sorry. This is the problem with doing things live. I got to get used to doing things live. We did have something else to share from the quiz, and I didn't want to forget this because it's nice to just look at what you guys do and how you guys feel about the quiz. So here are some stats. Obviously, there are 127 different teams. That makes up your team output there. Lots of people with 2 people on the team. We had a couple of teams with 9 people on the team. That's amazing. A lot falling in between that sort of 2 and 7 markers. A couple of people who are doing it solo, which, amazing stuff if you guys are doing it solo and bringing up some high scores. But also, I would say, hey, if you want to get joined up, I think we've already sort of joined a couple of people up via our social media into, getting together on a team, because a lot of this is about being social in a time that we can't really be social with other film fans. So if you're ever looking to try to get on another team, let us know on Twitter. We'll retweet it, and I'm sure there's people out there who are looking for more cinematic minds to get involved.
Yeah, it always helps. I could never do this fucking thing alone, so it's impressive when people do. Well, that's what's good about this kind of if there is a Filmageddon as a live event, we have people come who are solo, but it's for me it would be very anxious kind of thing. So what's good about this is that, hey, if you want to play solo, you play solo. If you want to fucking play with a few people, if you want to play with the whole family, or you want to play with some friends and stuff, anything's possible if you dream big.
And what I like as well is, obviously, when we're doing the stream, we see a number of people watching. So, last night, I think it sort of was topped out at sort of 360, but there were 420-something people. So that's nice because it means that there are people who are just together in a household and who don't have to feel so locked out. But, hey, if you are locked away from people and you want to meet some new people, now's the perfect time through this quiz. We're soul bonding people. That's what we do.
We could do more than that if you want. Let's start getting, people are going to be hot and bothered by the end of this lockdown.
Do we have to start that Instagram dating show that's going on now?
Is there one?
There is. There's something that's gotten very popular over the past sort of week or two. Is apparently there is an Instagram dating show that's going on right now.
Wow. Well, you know what? We'll do one to rival them. I think we can take on Instagram. Oh, yeah. I think there's enough people there now willing, to get involved. You might meet the love of your life with Filmageddon.
We also asked you guys what time you preferred. Now, the answers are, of course, coming from an 8 p.m. crowd, but most of you said an 8 p.m. start time was good, so we'll probably stick with it for the next week or two and then reassess. We'll go until at least the next live film quiz, but we should remind you that our upcoming events are here, including... Boom! Weekly film quiz number 3. That is next Wednesday, 8 p.m. After that, the following week, live lockdown quiz. Now, I don't want you to miss any of the quizzes, but if there's one not to miss, it's live lockdown 2, because that is 8 rounds, all new questions, whereas all these rewind quizzes are obviously we're pulling from our vault, which is an amazing vault, it should be said.
It is. It's the Disney Vault, isn't it? It rivals that. It's only open once every 7 years.
So definitely get ready for that one. And then obviously after that, we're going to do another weekly rewind and probably another weekly rewind, another weekly rewind. I'm hoping we're not going to be stuck indoors that much longer. But anyway, we're going to keep doing these as long as we can. And just before we go, and I've said that about 800 times tonight, just a spotlight on some of the stuff that you guys have been sending us. We always ask you to take pictures of yourself doing the quiz. Let us know that you're enjoying yourself. And so many nice people sending us stuff from last night. We had Drew there with his team there on it looks like the tablet, and then the quiz going on the TV. We had Sarah and her team there, and we got Travis the Hedgehog. Big fan. Big up, Travis. We got to get more pets involved, including we got some cats who were very curious.
Oh, my God.
That there was a quiz going on, apparently. And, hey, get your team mascots ready for the next one. Everybody who can bring a pet to the quiz. Cat there, 2 cats in a row. Glad to see you got the baby put to sleep, but also still monitoring as well and able to take part in the quiz. Happy that the 8 p.m. start time helped you.
multitasking at its fucking its core, quizzing, and also having like the baby monitor and
Yeah.
stuff. That's inspiring stuff. It makes me feel a lot more thick when it's just like me just looking in a chat being like, there's too many messages.
A couple on Instagram there. We got Columbo Scarface. What I love about this is we got the team, we got the answer sheet, and then we got it looks like one of the vodcasts up on the screen. So some people are watching this stuff, which is great. And then this one was quite cool as well. From Victoria here, who drew her team. That is some amazing artwork, and makes us want to. I should start drawing again. I wouldn't do it that well, but it's nice. It's a nice hobby to have right now.
Why don't you draw me and I'll draw you?
Next vodcast, we show what we got.
Let's do it. Next podcast, we'll do it as we're talking.
Yeah.
We'll just draw as well, and then we'll see we'll break each other's heart.
All right, I like it. And then boom, there you go. We got another one up there as well. Answer sheets, quiz in the background. I'm loving the looks into everybody's living rooms, lounges as well.
Yeah.
They all look a lot more cozy than mine.
Yeah, certainly to mine as well.
And of course,
big green screen.
Boom, big graphic that says thank you, because as always, thank you everybody for tuning into the quiz, for supporting us at Filmageddon. Whether that's a click of a subscribe button, a click of a follow button, it's everything. It means a lot to us. We say it all the time. We gush, and we will keep saying it because it feels good that people are feeling good. It feels good that we're not helping anybody in any way, but it's a nice distraction occasionally, right? So.
Yeah, it is.
And it's something we all need. I certainly need it, trust me. So it's been just as sort of therapeutic for me as it has been for anybody else out there. Adam, I don't know what else to talk about. I've definitely gone off script several times today, and I sort of like you, I might be a little... I think I'm lightheaded at the minute. I feeling a bit drunk, even though I haven't drank a drop of alcohol since the weekend. And the weekend is approaching again, and I can't wait to do it again.
Lucky you.
I'll send you a virtual beer, like a coffee, but like a beer,
like a coffee.
A beer. The E's big because it's electronic.
Oh, we were so close to getting some, but I mean, I do have like some rum, but right. It's disgusting.
Well, you're gonna have to drink it. You're just gonna have to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to, but
you want to. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching this. We will see you next week, Wednesday, for a quiz, maybe some vodcast, and definitely some retro game streaming at the weekend. So from me, Frank, and him, Adam, this has been the Filmageddon Vodcast, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.